tanks came to the city. They killed a lot of people. It was just a crazy chaos. It was like 7, 8. We stopped at the stoplight and I looked out of the window and I saw just a head. My dad decided to move to Canada to escape Azerbaijan.
Vitaliy Rizhkov is a known entrepreneur, investor, and missionary, but his road to success was paved with adversity. He's endured war, survived bankruptcy, and rebuilt his life from rock bottom.
So you lost everything?
Lost everything and more. We're living in a tiny house with cockroaches, with 2 little kids. It was tough. So I decided to try affiliate marketing. It wasn't something big. It was maybe 5 to 10K a month. That little thing that we still had is now Trend Capital.
During the COVID lockdowns, Vitaliy moved his family to Naples, Florida for a different mission.
We moved to Naples with a purpose. The purpose was to preach the gospel.
At what point did it become very clear to you that, hey, I'm a businessman, but I am going to go do this pastor thing?
Everybody's on a mission to spread the gospel. And as soon as that happened, things started.
What's up, guys? Quick break over here. 80% of you guys listening are not subscribers. The more subscribers we get, the bigger and better we can make the show.
And if you've been getting value from Matchbox, please hit that subscribe button below. For you, it's just a click. For us, it means a lot.
Thanks for watching, guys. Welcome to the show. I've been looking forward to this for a couple months.
Thank you, guys. Finally.
It's a very quick trip for you, but appreciate that you squeezing the time to talk to 2 young potatoes. Well, before marketing side, I'm just gonna share. You were born in Baku, right?
I was born in Sumgait.
Okay, where's
that city, like 30 kilometers from Baku.
Okay, so Azerbaijan.
And then, yeah, in 1990, I believe, we moved to Baku.
Okay.
Which is the capital city of Azerbaijan, bigger city.
And then in your late teens, you moved to Canada.
I was almost 19. We came in 2001, December 27th. And on December 31st, I turned 19.
And what part of Canada?
Toronto.
Toronto. Why Toronto?
Not actually Toronto. It was Scarborough. It's part of the metropolitan Toronto. Why Toronto? My dad decided to move to Canada to escape Azerbaijan because he was afraid us going to Azerbaijan army, and it's a mandatory for 2 years. And my cousin, he's 5 years older than me, he went to army, and he came back after like a year and a half, almost like a handicap. He had to go to hospital
disabled
for a few months. Disabled. Not actually disabled, but he earned some diseases or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So
they mess you up in those...
Yeah, the conditions, and also there was still the war going on between Azerbaijan and Armenia. And there was a risk of being killed. So he just couldn't allow that to happen to his sons. And there was 5 of us. So he decided to find another country where army is not mandatory. And of course, for the better life. He was choosing between Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. So he got a visa to States. He came to New York. From New York, he took a bus. And on that bus came to Montreal. He surrendered and applied for refugee status, Christian from Muslim country. There was a program in Quebec, province of Quebec. And he got approved. It took him 2 years. So 2 years we were apart. He was in Canada, we were in Azerbaijan. And in 2 years, we got the status as well. And we came to Toronto.
So you were 15?
So he was in Montreal. And by the end of those 2 years, somebody from Toronto, there was a church in Toronto, small church that contained mostly Ukrainian immigrants. After the Second War, they came to Toronto. Toronto has a huge population of Ukrainians and Polish people. So they found out that there's a pastor, and he was a pastor in Baku, in Montreal. So they brought him to Toronto to see the church. Everybody liked him, so they offered him to become a pastor of that church. That's why he moved from Montreal to Toronto. So we came to Toronto.
Were there a lot of Christians in Azerbaijan at the time?
No, not many. There was maybe 2-3 churches.
Were Christians persecuted there?
Slightly, at some times. Not like true persecution, but not. It wasn't comfortable to.
So you were
Be a
pretty much
Christian.
running away from the war.
I think the war was the main.
I
main issue.
remember you were telling me the story that in your young years, teens, you saw somebody beheaded on the street.
Yeah, it happened. I think it was in 1991 or 1990. I was a kid when the war started with. No, there were 2 instances. I think one year apart. One when war started with Armenia, and another one when Azerbaijan tried to become independent
From who?
from USSR,
Okay.
because Azerbaijan was part of the USSR. So they got independent. I think they were first to become independent. And as soon as they raised that question, or I don't know what was the process, USSR sent military to Azerbaijan. I think it was 1990, January 20th. At night, like tanks came to the city, Baku. They shoot people, and it was just a crazy chaos. They killed a lot of people, I think hundreds of people, young people. And lots of Russians became very afraid of the situation. So they left the country overnight, basically. And my parents decided to stay. And the second thing is the war started with Armenia. So lots of Armenians left the country. And I remember my dad came home. He was like super nervous. We were young. And he took me, and on his car, it was Lada 06. We went to his mom. And on the way there, it was a chaos. Like, I remember cars on fire, people are running around, shooting. And we stopped at the stoplight. And I looked out of the window and I saw just a head.
Wow.
Just
Yeah,
on the
person's
floor?
head on the floor, yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of people got killed and stuff like that. So not fun.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
And how old were you?
I was like 7, 8.
Man. That's tough.
Yeah, that makes sense why you would want to flee a country like that.
Yeah.
So-
It was brutal during our like childhood years. I've seen some situations where people got killed, died.
So you're very thankful to your dad that what he did for the family.
Yeah, I think
Got
it was.
you guys out.
Yeah, I think so. And for him to just go to a new country without the language, I think it was very, very hard thing to do. And to spend 2 years without us. And back then, you couldn't just use the FaceTime or something. You had to buy those phone cards and call, and it was expensive, and he was not making much. I think when he came to Montreal, he was making something like $4.50 an hour.
Wow.
Was it harder for your dad or your mom? I think with your mom, because when I leave for a week,
My mom
Ina's
had
already
9
freaking out.
kids, so she was busy.
Wow.
And my dad, he just lived in a small apartment, working, trying to survive.
Was he sending money?
I don't think so. I was working and providing for the family. I was from 17 till 19. I was working full time, providing for the family.
So let's talk about you. You left school fairly early. You didn't finish all 11 grades, right?
No. When I was young, I was always into work. My dad was a carpenter. He was working with his brothers at a shop. They're making basically this kind of stuff. And during summer, I was always asking him to take me to the shop. And I was always looking at the things they were doing, trying to help to learn things. And when I was maybe 10, I was already helping them out. And when I was 13, it was another summer. So he took me to the shop. And there was another part of the shop. There was two guys working. And they were doing something that I never seen before, the wood carving. So like on a door, they would carve and make it look like a nice
Design of some
3D
kind.
design. Yeah. So it really impressed me. So I asked them if I can stay and learn. They're like, if your dad is going to allow, yeah, sure. So I asked my dad. He said, okay. So I started working. And I cut my finger at the first day. So basically cut this thing off. Then I put it back, put a scotch. So
You didn't tell your dad, right?
The guy who hired me as an intern almost fired me the first day. He's like, I don't want to take this risk. You almost cut your finger off. So he got scared. But I somehow stayed. So worked for the summer. So after the summer, without my dad knowing, he moved to another shop. I started without going to school, going to work. And back then,
at this point, was it paid, or were you just an intern or
no,
an
not paid,
apprentice?
not paid. And then maybe like 2 or 3 months in, we had another guy, Andre, from our church, who also did like a carpentry work. He was doing for some like a local rich guy. He was working at his factory. There was like a huge factory, and inside of that factory there was a shop, and he was basically working full time for years for his house, just a huge house that required a lot of carpentry work. So he was looking for somebody who would do like a wood carving, and he approached me and he's like, I heard you're doing some like wood carving. I'm like, not really. I'm just looking for now. He's like, if you want, stop by at the shop. There is a job that I have. So I'm testing different guys out. I'm like, I don't have tools. He said, I have tools. So next day I came, stopped by at the shop, and he had like just a one piece, like a sample that everybody had to do. So I did this sample, and he hired me because that sample was better than others.
Wow.
And I finished the job in 2.5 weeks, and he paid me $350. Actually, not me, but my dad.
So how old were you?
Something like close to 14.
Close to 14.
Yeah.
That's where your career started. Pretty much.
I didn't
You
care.
never went back to school.
No, never since then. I actually went back to school just to pass exams
Okay.
for the next 2 years
Okay.
because my teachers were begging my sister, asking her for me to just come once a quarter just to pass exams, which I did. So I technically finished 9th grade, but practically only 7.
Got it.
And you passed the exams without ever studying, without being in the classroom. You just
Yes.
came
Yeah.
through you
Are you saying
naturally.
you were really
Yeah.
smart?
Not really, but I was best in the class.
You were good at the multiple choice question.
Wow. Okay, maybe you got lucky. So let's fast forward. Your dad in Canada, 2 years later, the whole family joins him, right?
Yeah.
And you started hustling. You started in construction. Then 2008, 2009 hit. You lost everything, as I understand.
Yeah. Quick story. Long story short. First year, maybe a few months working with my dad, he was installing kitchens. So I earned a little bit and betrayed him, basically. I said, I'm leaving for something else. I'm going to start a renovation company. He didn't like that idea. He's like, you're gonna come back in a few months. I'm not gonna take you. I'm not
He
gonna.
said that? He was really pissed.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not gonna come back. So without any experience, any knowledge, no language, just a few $1,000, I started a renovation company called Toronto Renovations. Just posted some ads in Russian local newspapers and started getting clients. On the first client, I lost money, couldn't finish the job. Was just buying books from Home Depot with illustrations, like how to do plumbing, how to do electrical work. I was doing whatever, everything, tile, drywall, flooring, anything.
Whatever pays.
In 2.5, 3 years, I already have like 7 people working for me, and I'm making decent money. At that time, I decided to start flipping. So with my dad, he already had some money on the side too. So we started buying condos. I was renovating them, selling, then homes, selling, making some money here and there. And then one of the flip, it was in a good neighborhood. So I decided not to flip, not to like renovate, but to build new. I found the company that would finance the construction. So I did new build, everything by myself, most of the stuff by myself. It was decent. I made something 130,000 on that. And then the guy came, approached me. He's like, I want you to build the house for me. I didn't build homes for clients, Russian guy. So we agreed on the deal and I built the house for him. And during the construction, he's like, I have some money on the side. Let's become partners. So we became partners. And like co-built together homes, grew to bigger projects. At that time,
Who was that? Not Eugene?
Eugene, yeah.
Oh, Eugene.
Right before the crisis, we already were planning to build like a little
Neighborhood?
not neighborhood, but like a townhomes, maybe like 30, 40 townhomes where we're buying out single
Subdivision.
lots. Subdivision, yeah. Single lots. I think we bought out something like 5 or 6 homes, but we're planning to buy out like 10. And during that time, crisis came, and I had 2 or 3 homes for sale that I couldn't sell. I sold one at a cost, and the rest I couldn't. I had some cushion, something like, I don't know, 100,000, not much. So I was risking a lot by leveraging a lot. And the financial partner left me. He said, we're not going to finance, we're going to wait because the situation is kind of unpredictable. The market is, we don't know where it's going to go, so we're going to wait.
It was deteriorating pretty quickly.
This is 2008, right?
2008, yeah. Yeah. I used the whole cushion for payments, and then I had to file the bankruptcy, personally and company. Filed the bankruptcy, went into a little like, I'm not sure if it was depression, but for 6 months, I was trying to figure out like what happened. From
You were just doing nothing, just
from living in I was living in the homes I was building for like few months, half a year, and moving around from home to home, driving a nice car. And then we're living in a tiny house with cockroaches, with 2 little kids. It was tough.
Your kids?
My kids, yeah, my kids.
So you got married already?
I got married.
What year did you get married?
I got married in 2006. 2005. Sorry.
Okay.
Because it's going to be 20 years.
Wow.
Next month.
Wow. That's really cool. Not the cockroaches part, but 20 years.
Yeah.
So
Tough
you lost everything?
Lost everything and more, because a lot of Russians did that mistake. I borrowed money from friends and family. So all the money my dad had, and few people from the church, and friends. So after filing a bankruptcy, I didn't include people like my friends and the people from church and my dad were not part of the list, only like creditors. So after filing a bankruptcy, I was still owing something like 350,
So you're in a
400,000.
negative,
Yeah.
starting from negative, not zero.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did your internet journey started? Because obviously you started working with the woodworking, then construction, remodeling. How did you even end up in internet?
During construction, my younger brother, during my construction days, my younger brother, Vlad, he was into internet. So he was learning the SEO,
SEO?
SEO. And I remember he told me, like, next month, I'm going to make 20,000. I'm like, that's never going to happen. And somehow next month he did make something like 20K because he was he was asking me to open the accounts, the AdSense
Oh,
accounts.
really?
So I was getting checks. So I got the check and it's like a large sum.
And who was writing the checks? Was it just for businesses, or
Google.
how did it work?
Google,
AdSense.
yeah. They were sending me a check.
AdSense.
So I was cashing out and I don't remember the deal, if I was taking a cut for taxes or whatever, but he was able to make money.
So he was not even 18.
He wasn't 18, yeah.
Wow.
He was something like 14, 15.
Wow.
Yeah, a little kid. He was making, basically was able to generate traffic to a lot of pages where he would put AdSense and Google would pay him.
So AdSense is basically, if you have a blog, you can put the Google's code that will generate different ads,
Yeah.
banners. And you just you take the code, you just say what the size is of the space
And it
where you put it.
monetizes, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
a
people
cons-
click on those banners and you get money.
It's a contextual ads. So they would analyze the text on the page and show the appropriate ad.
Right.
Relevant, yeah.
What was his niche? Do you remember? Was he doing stuff on construction or beauty?
I don't
or
remember.
nothing.
He was probably doing something better paying, finances or whatever, where clicks are higher. I don't know. But he was able to generate good money. So when I bankrupt, I'm like, I need to look into internet. I didn't know anything about the internet. So I started digging and got into just selling stuff. I bought stuff from China, through Alibaba, electronics, accessories for phones, cases, a lot of stuff. I used Basement, and we're selling through Amazon, eBay mostly, and a little bit locally through Craigslist. So I was doing that for about 1 year with 2 more guys helping me out. And in a year, we made something like 100,000 total for everybody. So I'm like, there's no money in this. And during that time, I figured some of the marketing, and I learned about affiliate marketing. So I decided to try affiliate marketing after that. And at the same time, when I was trying to switch to affiliate marketing, we decided to move from Toronto to Vancouver, Washington, which is where we are. My wife's parents, and she was from Vancouver, Washington, and her relatives and parents lived here. And because we were broke, completely broke, no money, nothing, we came here just driving. I got U-Haul trailer, got some stuff, and in 46 hours, we made here, almost nonstop, no sleeping. Lived for a
Why
few
you were in
months.
such a rush? Why not take it easy?
Didn't have money for hotels, I had 2 little kids, so they were crying and it was hard. So I was just kept going.
Just hauling.
Yeah, with my dad, he came with us to help us out, and we made here, and then we lived for a few months at my parents-in-law house. And during that time, I figured affiliate marketing and started making money. My first money.
And
As
what
soon as I
year?
started
What year was
making,
that?
I think it was 2009.
Okay, so just 2 years after
Yeah.
the recession. Oh, a year
A
after
year,
recession.
yeah. 2009. So as
Still
soon
the
as
bottom of
maybe
the bottom.
2010.
Yeah, even 2010 was still the economy was collapsed. It didn't feel like it's recovering. I remember people buying cheap houses in 2010.
Yeah. Like in a year after we moved to another neighborhood, or in 2 years. And I remember people were buying homes from banks at like 30-40%.
Yeah, it was you could buy a house for 90,000, like a small tiny home.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So during that time, I figured affiliate marketing through Google AdWords.
But you started making money.
I started making money. Yeah. I was doing that for a few months. For a few months.
What
and then,
what kind of money are we talking about right when you started? And what was the turning point for you when you realized, hey, there actually is some big money behind this?
wasn't something big. Was something like maybe 5 to 10K a month.
And it's something when you're broke.
It was
and you-
something, yeah.
And you're living with your
Yeah,
in-laws.
your in-laws. That's a lot.
Yeah, it was something. But I was able to get to something like 20, 30K in a year. But even then, when I was making 30K and my wife would see that amount of money coming to the account, she would not complain, but she would ask why we still live like we're broke. And we're paying just $1,200 for the rent, driving old cars, not spending on anything else. Like very, very frugal. Because I was reinvesting everything, since my construction days when I was living very well. I was spending a lot of money on the living. I was kind of playing too safe at that time, trying to build that up to a higher level. And I remember when she was saying, let's move to our house, let's buy a house. And I said, we're not buying a house until I'm going to be able to pay cash for the house.
It was almost like a PTSD reaction to wanting to own a home again.
Well, because he
Yeah,
was just burnt with that.
Right.
I was afraid of mortgages, of loans, of everything.
Debt, anything that is a noose around
I'm
your
like,
neck.
I want to live debt free. Debt free. And it took us a few years to build up, and then we were able to buy, maybe 5 years, to buy a house, first house in a first place neighborhood. We bought a lot, built the house for ourselves.
I think it's 2015 is when you built the house.
So about 6 years. Yeah.
And you built it for cash, right?
Yeah. It feels good. It feels good to build something for cash, and you kind of appreciate that much more than when you're buying a house too early, and then you need to worry about the payments. You sometimes live paycheck to paycheck. So I decided to be frugal, live in a cheap homes, cheap apartments, spend much less than I was making. And that way I actually recommend to other people, younger people, like don't actually live to the amount of money you're making right now. Or when you're buying a car, financing or leasing, you should only buy the car that you can afford to buy for cash. Those kind of things.
Makes sense.
So at this time in your life, you build your first home, and I imagine you're thinking of how to expand the business. What were the different options you had at the time, and what did you end up deciding?
So when I started doing affiliate marketing and making money, I started learning about different startups and like Silicon Valley. I started reading TechCrunch blog about different successes. So I wanted to build a startup myself. So I found guys in Minsk, Belarus, a little team, and we agreed that they're gonna build a product for me. The name for that was iDouble. It was a social shopping network. I think it was a good idea. Even the product was okay. We actually built it, launched it. We got to something like 30,000 users. And I kind of got stuck. Spent something like 600,000 on it.
It's a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
But you were still funding the entire project with the affiliate
Myself.
marketing on the back end.
Yes. And I kind of stuck. I was able to grow the user base. It was something like, I don't know, 35, 40,000 people. Many of those were active. But I still didn't know how to monetize this thing. So I went to Silicon Valley. I met this guy. His name, Sergey Burkov. He agreed to meet. So I shared the story and kind of asked him for the advice. Like, what should I do? He said, you're probably not going to raise the capital. It's a good idea, but it's going to require a lot of money to, to become successful, to grow into something real. So he said, close the shop. So I came back and closed the shop.
So you believed him?
Yeah, I trusted him. And I had 12 people at that time in Minsk, like a separate team working for me. And I was still doing affiliate marketing by myself. And I was doing like 30, 40,000 a month at that time. So I took the whole team and I said, I have this stuff, the affiliate marketing. I was able to grow to like 40,000 a month. Let's try to create something bigger. So we started working on our own affiliate network. And in 6 months with the team, I was able to get to something like 150,000 a month.
So you scaled.
I scaled. So since then, I started growing the team-wise and the revenue-wise. We started focusing on different parts of industry, building different products. I remember we had about 7 different projects going on. The affiliate network, the PPC network, like for exit. Then we had website builder, so you can build offers from components, like you didn't have that back then. Then we built like a chat support for the website to keep the traffic, to convert the traffic from the website. There was something else. I don't remember.
Well, you also had a bunch of offers. So not
Bunch
just
of offers too, yeah.
You've got
A few verticals.
a lot of verticals.
Yeah. We had home improvements. I think we had
Law,
loans. We tried insurance. And inside of the home improvements, we built like a nice website for each subcategory, like windows, roofing, siding, landscaping, and stuff like that, and trying to generate leads. So we spread thin, and I spread myself thin also. With that team, got to over 100 people.
100 people with the company, and
in Minsk.
and they're all in Minsk.
All in Minsk, and few guys here. This is when Vlad already was working. And
2013.
yeah, we were profitable. And our revenue was probably around like 1.5 to 2 million a month or so. And we were making about 10% profit. And then we were profitable in only one vertical. The rest was experimental.
Just
So-
a bunch of startups. Just
Bunch of startups, yeah. Just too much stuff.
What's the story of you and Vlad meeting? How did that go down?
That was what year?
we met before I got married. So I got married 2010, and I was doing some work for you, fixing computers, and then also creating accounts in Google. So before getting married, so I think 2009 is when we met, maybe.
Yeah. I had issue with my computer. I don't remember what exactly. Maybe software. I think the Windows, I needed to reinstall the Windows
Yeah.
or upgrade the OS. So I opened the newspaper or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So I found his contact.
Slavic magazine. The Russian
Slavic magazine, yeah. I found the ad. So I called. And he said, yeah, bring the computer. I'm going to do it. So I brought, he was, I don't know, 18, 19?
Like 18, yeah, 19.
Yeah. This young kid.
What, you had a store? Like,
I did
Yeah.
like a store.
yeah.
He had a shop, actually, like a decent sized shop. So he was fixing computers, iPhones, maybe something else. So I met him and I brought him a few clients. I like the guy. Since then, I think we've met a few times. Then he approached me with his friend for the startup, like SMS taxi or something. We sat at the Starbucks.
Uber.
Yeah.
Basically,
I
Uber
felt,
through SMS, because there was no, the iPhone was pretty primitive. It didn't have all the features, but we came up with the idea of Uber that came out much later. And Vitaliy said, this is garbage. It's not gonna work.
Wait, so you came up with the idea for Uber and Vitaliy said, no, that's garbage?
Yeah, we brought him the idea. We pitched him like, this is what we can do. This is how it's gonna work. He's like, no, this is garbage.
not just me. When Travis Kalakanis, the founder of Uber, original founder of Uber, when he was going to like a professional investors and was pitching the idea, nobody believed him. He's like, this is not going to work. It was hard to believe that something like this is going to work.
And even if it would require so much money, and we had no experience. Where to get the money, how to get the money.
How to build.
It's how to build. Like he was the closest, person that knew something about how to build software and so on.
And about business. And so did you see Vitaliy almost as like an investor or a mentor, or just somebody to get coffee with to help you and to tell you where to go next?
Investor mentor.
Investor mentor.
We didn't think, we were not sure if he has money, but we knew that he has experience. He knows a little bit about internet, more than us.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the conversation, you say, Vlad, this is garbage.
Not exactly that.
Yeah.
But I said, this is probably not going to work. Because it's hard to pull something off. Even great idea, if it would be like 10 out of 10 idea, it wouldn't be possible for them to pull this off. Even with great financing.
Yeah.
Because execution is key. And as people say, great team can turn a mediocre idea into like a multi-million-dollar success. And bad team, which is not experienced or whatever, can turn a great idea into a debt of 1 million.
Basically, when I was at that stage, I thought that idea can get you to the end point, which is success.
It was just having the good idea you thought was the main hurdle.
Idea is how you make money. No, but there's even now, it's 20, 30 different steps that you need to take
Yeah.
and make them successful to actually achieve a success in the business.
Yeah. And even me, I was very green back then compared to myself now. Now I understand much more, and as well as Vlad. And when I meet these guys, 20, 25-year-old, when they approach and they share their great ideas, and when I'm telling them that this is not going to work, this is going to be impossible for you guys to execute, a lot of them don't believe. Bunch of them believe that something is possible to execute using like a 50K investment. You can build a product spending $30,000, something like that. But even with like a 500,000 million, you can't really do much. We're building startups right now. Like we have great engineering team. We have everything in place, and we have a lot of experience. We know how to build products,
Marketing.
marketing, everything. And even then, like with everything that we have, we know that we have little chance to execute, even on a great idea.
And we're
It's not
okay
100%
we're
chance.
okay
Yeah,
with it.
we're taking the risk. But back then, when I was starting my first startup, like iDouble, I was thinking like, this is gonna work for sure, 100%.
So is that part of the reason why you're living really frugal? You live poorly.
Yeah, because
I
I spent
remember,
everything on the startup.
yeah, you were driving this Nissan van,
Yeah,
and yeah, it was pretty frugal, not frugal, but like super humble, in a way. Making good money, having 100 people team in Minsk, but he was not spending on himself and on family. And
yeah. I didn't pay I didn't pay myself much until Vlad became a partner. I think we started doing distributions only after you became a partner. Before then, I didn't take any cash from the company.
And how did that come to be? So it goes from a conversation at a Starbucks to now you guys are partnered. What did that look like?
well, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, it was a conversation in Starbucks. Then I think we didn't chat for a couple of years.
Yeah,
maybe 3 years.
you actually moved back to Canada, now Vancouver, and we lost contact. Like we didn't talk for a while. I got married. I was running the business, and at some point, I'm just burnt out because I'm running multiple businesses.
Yeah, 3 businesses.
And it's all one-man show. There's no other people except I had one helper in the computer repair business. That's it. But everything else is my phone is always calling. The people always ringing. Yes. People always calling me. It's ringing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It doesn't matter. Saturday, it's just ringing. And I told myself I'm just tired. And I reached out to Vitaliy remotely to Skype. I had him on Skype.
No, it was a different way.
How was it? Oh, I saw you. I saw you at the Starbucks, right, or something.
No. It was I already had a team in Minsk, and I had one guy here in Vancouver. We were working from my house. He would come daily in the morning and leave in the evening. My wife was cooking meals for us, Sergey Kuzminsky. And we were looking for more people here. And I didn't know like how to hire, where to find those guys. So I'm like, it would be nice to have like a few more guys to help us out with the affiliate marketing. He's like, what about Vlad? I'm like, which Vlad? He's like, Nestor. I'm like, that guy? I was kind of skeptical. He's like, he's bright. Let's just meet with him. I'm like, I don't have his contact. He's like, I have. So he gave me your contact and I reached out.
Oh, sure.
And then we met. Yes.
I think I reached out.
No.
Okay. I remember how.
And then we met And I'm like, I think I shared whatever we're doing, and I offered you to join, and you said yes.
So what did that mean for the businesses that you already had? Did you close them down? Did you sell them?
I just let them to die.
I think you sold one, the repair business,
The
the
iPhone
computer
repair?
repair, iPhone repair. Yeah.
Well, it's not really a sale. I just gave it to my buddy. It's still on. It's called PDX iPhone Repair, and it's still
Still operational?
still up. It's still number one. It's like top.
Mm-hmm.
If you search for iPhone repair in Portland, it's gonna show up as number one or number two. So it still exists. It generates decent income for the guy. It's a friend of mine. He's still a friend. We still chat. He didn't really take it to the next level, like creating multiple location and expanding. It's more of a just it still works. The other businesses, they were there to die. So the computer repair. I remember my phone ringing all the time, and Vitaliy, sometimes he would come here, drive from Canada because he was still living in Canada, and he would drive here and spend 3 to 5 days. I don't know, maybe 2, 3 days. And he got pissed one time. He's like, "You have to change the number. This is not okay," because my phone, people call me
Constantly ring, yeah.
and I would respond, "Oh, I'm not doing that anymore." Or I would send people to Vlad.
You would refer them.
I would refer to the other guy and so on and so on. But I got used to picking up the phone because every phone number, it's a potential customer.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you made money up until
Yeah.
now, and so you conditioned your body to do
But
that.
eventually, I now rarely pick up the phone.
Yeah, I know. When I call you, you don't pick up.
Because well, you have to use Telegram to contact me, or
Yeah.
or SMS. But if it's a number, it's not saved in my phone book.
It's not efficient way to communicate. The phone, I mean the call.
I
phone
do
call.
talk a lot when I'm driving, though. When I'm driving, I quickly call back people that called me, or there's a question that needs a little bit more detailed conversation. Then I pick up the phone, and while driving, that's when I talk.
But then you guys partner. You guys decide on a partnership. And what were you doing? What was the state of the business, and what happened next?
The business went through some turbulent times. Vitaliy can share more, but the business was...
There was problems with Google AdWords because that was the main source of revenue, and I was running that Google AdWords, and I don't remember exactly what, but they changed something. They changed something in the law that didn't allow us to do the same thing. So
regulations.
Regulations changed in the industry. So for the few months I was trying to solve that, but we were burning money and didn't make any money. But also my Google campaigns went to like red. I was making something like 150 to 100K a month, and now I'm losing probably like 200K a month.
Wow.
Plus we have team.
You have employees
Plus employees, yeah. Plus we have other stuff, the office,
All the startups.
everything. So we had to shut down a lot of things. We had to shut down Minsk office, fire all the people. So I had to borrow money from my brothers, from somebody else, to cover everything. I mean, to survive. And it took us like a few months. So we cut a lot from like 110 people, got down to like 5 people.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
What year was this?
2013.
2013. So this was only 5 years after 08.
Yeah.
And that must have been really hard for you going through what you went through. And now it's almost like it's happening again.
It was. And then we had big data of clients. So we've tried before Vlad, we tried to do email marketing, and that didn't work. So Vlad approached, he's like, let's try email marketing because we have the data. And I said that's not going to work. We've tried.
In the beginning, it was SMS.
SMS?
Yeah.
Maybe SMS, but we
Yeah.
also tried SMS through
Yeah,
Twilio or something.
Yeah.
And he had this guy in Bosnia or where he's
Macedonia.
from, Macedonia, developer that he was working with. So he's like, let me figure this out. I'm gonna build a script or whatever, something like a program. I'm like, no, I'm against it.
Yeah,
So he
because
still did
we
it.
had all the developers. I approached Vitaliy and I said, we need to build our own platform so we can upload the data and we can connect it to an ISP and basically to a carrier and send out messages. And he said, well, no. It's like, we already researched because he had an R&D department. They looked at a bunch of software. He said, you have to use what's out there. Building a software doesn't make sense. So he told me no. And I didn't listen. I just hired my friend from Macedonia that we did some other things together with. And we built the first version of the SMS platform.
Yeah, and they took a sample of the data.
Yeah,
They sent it out, and the results was great.
Yep. The first day I remember it because I was so happy. And this is when we are bankrupt. We are in such a bad financial situation.
Yeah,
We
we're
don't
trying
know.
to survive.
We don't know if we're gonna have money next month to pay our bills. Like this, it was so bad.
So that test, did you do that test like on your own, or did you say, hey, Vitaliy, I built this. Let's run a test and let's see what happens?
No,
He did a test, and then he shared the results.
I just showed them the numbers.
Yeah.
So what was it
And
like when he
he
came
shared
to
the
you?
numbers? I'm like, I was happy.
It was still small. It was
Yeah.
It was $700.
But
So I
still.
took I took a sample of data. It was a small amount, couple thousand records, and for maybe $50, I turned it into $700. So very big profit.
Yeah, very
and
promising.
we understood the potential because the sample of the data was tiny. It was a couple thousand records, and we had hundreds of thousands of records. So
I think we probably had close to 1 million.
it was a lot.
Yeah. And it was golden data. Nobody touched it, basically. So we started doing campaigns, all cash.
And that's
Basically, like, ROI was incredible.
It almost felt like we hit the trampoline instead of the floor because we were dropping so fast. We thought we were gonna completely die, close the company, go back to whatever we were doing. But instead of a hard floor, it was a trampoline, and we jumped. And I remember in months we were able to make something like $2 million within months.
I think, yeah, the crisis happened. It started in during summer.
September.
Then during the fall, we had to close and cut. And I think by the end of the spring, we fully recovered, paid off
All
the
the
debts, everything, and we were fully recovered. And we were started growing here in the States, trying to find right people here.
wow.
Yeah, it was very quick, just 6 to 8 months.
So it worked out bringing Vlad on.
Yeah, and the profits were much higher. I mean, the volumes were much smaller, but profits were much higher.
And then when you saw this success, obviously you recovered, but then you want to continue to grow and build around it. What were the next steps you started to take to build and grow the company?
We were still small. The company called Startup Labs back then. And Vlad was running basically the marketing department. So we grew maybe for the next year and a half or so. And then he approached me. He's like, that's not going to work. I'm doing too much work. I'm not interested in just getting paid salary or commissions. I want to become a partner. This was 10 years ago.
You're missing some important. So the story is it took a couple of years. So he's fast forwarding all the way to 2015. But this is just the end of 2013, and for the next 2 years we are doing a different startup. And at some point, this marketing campaign, the data aged. It didn't started producing way less profits, and became less and less interesting. Vitaliy wakes up one day, gathers us all together. It was actually still in the old office because he was so upset with the situation in 2013 when the market just Google stopped producing, the market shifted. Now we've been getting, let's say, on average about $7 per lead. Now we're getting paid $2 because the market completely shifted. So it became less and less interesting. Vitaliy, I think it was the same year. It was actually 2013, end of the year, in that old office on Mill Plain. He takes everybody, it was like 5-6 of us, and says, guys, I have this amazing idea. We're going to completely shift. We're going to start a new business. And we're like, okay, what is it? We're going to do canvases. And that's when original fit.
Print on canvas.
Print on canvas. Yep. And make artwork. And
Wait. You go from digital marketing, SMS, monetizing data to a physical printing on a canvas?
Yeah.
How? Like what
happened?
Explain the
What
logic
happened
there.
to you?
Yeah, we got this old office.
Mm.
And because the walls were empty, we decided to order some prints with some motivational quotes, whatever. So I ordered a bunch of stuff from 1 or 2 companies, like print on canvas. And when I received the product, I'm like, this is garbage. This is terrible. So I ordered some other stuff from other companies, and everything that I've received, I probably used 10 different companies. Everything was pretty bad. Bad quality of print, bad canvases, bad frames, bad stretching, bad packaging. Everything was bad.
The experience is just terrible.
Yeah, the whole experience. So I'm like, this is huge industry. I started researching, and there was a big industry. So I've kind of discovered the problem. So I discovered the problem, and I thought, let's make a solution, because I know how to make things with my hand. And like, this is going to be something that I can do. So I got really excited after I researched. So this is when I shared this with the team. I'm like, let's start the project on the side. And we started this project on the side. I came up with an idea of how to stretch, how to make this new frame. I even filed for a patent, for 2 different patents. How to, for the new frame, new way of stretching canvas on the frame.
Folding the angles. Were,
Yeah.
like
That was
perfect.
one. And second was a hanging mechanism. Because when the canvas is on the wall, always, like goes around, it's not fully
It's not flush,
touched,
it's not level.
not flush with the wall. Yeah. So I came up with the hanging mechanism that would keep the canvas print on the wall always, like flush with the wall. So we developed the whole thing.
It was like an insert that went inside. So think about the backing. We put a backing behind the artwork, but he also built a insert that went inside, and it was made from plastic. We made the mold, and it was completely flush. So you put it on the wall, and it's just beautiful. It's flushed. And
It's like what
Yeah, you can find it online.
Oh, it still exists?
Yeah, it still exists. You can see
Nice.
the picture of it.
Did you
But let me mention that when this idea came, he basically converted all of us into this team for that startup. We went all in, meaning all in. We got a big
No, we were
warehouse.
running two things at the same time. We were still focused on the affiliate stuff, and at the same time, we were doing Canvas, the print on Canvas.
Do you feel like doing two things at the same time was a mistake?
Not for us. I think that little thing that we still had, which is now Trend Capital or Trend, this is something that we didn't kill, something that was not generating much at the moment, but something that grew up and became a Trend
It
Capital.
was our lifeline. Like it didn't require a lot of attention. It was more of like on auto play, you know. And it was a few people, me, Vitas, and a couple guys, Debs, two Debs, Borcha and Fanya, and that's it. So this four people were able to maintain. We didn't really necessarily grew it, but it was bringing some profits, and we took the profits and invested in Finnick. But Vitaliy, Serge, and the other guys were fully focused, and we actually built an idea. We believed we can pull it off, and it was a legit need in the market. So it was working. The early signs of it showed us that there is a potential. And then at some point, I was very involved in the startup as well. And at some point, there was a decision made to put me full time, so move me, because I was split between the two. And I decided, well, Vitaliy and the other guys decided, okay, let's put Vlad full time on this and let him grow it. And that's when things started changing for, in terms of revenue. And that's when I became more greedy. And I came like, Vitaliy, let's make a deal. And that was 2015. So 2014 was also a great year. We all made good money, and he was paying really well. But then 2015, I'm like, okay, I see the vision, I understand the market, I think we can grow this. And that decision led to, change the mindset of employee into a founder type of a person that is like, okay, let's go big, let's go really big. So that's when we started hiring. We got a separate office in downtown Vancouver. No, not downtown Vancouver, on Mill Plain. And that's when
I think this was during the time when we already had office. We got office before then, because when we were talking about the potential partnership, we were walking outside of the office.
we were walking in the park. Yeah. So the 24, we already had an office. We already started hiring people. So I started hiring the first people. Because in the beginning, when it was on the side, like the accounting person that was Phoenix Accounting and Yosto back then, it was one person. So we didn't even have an accounting person in that company. And then we started building our own team. The first team, I have pictures, it was like 8-10 people doing massive numbers, millions in revenue.
And during that time, during Finnick days, when we had the product and we wanted to build a website with like a canvas print builder. So we had the idea. We didn't have somebody who's going to execute that, who's going to help us to build that. So we were looking for local developers. And we hired Max Michaelenko, the CEO of Snap. He was the photographer, to do photography of the product. So he did photography of the product, of prints, stuff like that. And we asked him, like, Max, do you know any developers? We still didn't know how to hire, where to find those people. He's like, I know one guy, but you guys are not going to be able to hire him. He's not going to work for you. So I said, so just give us his number and We're gonna figure out the rest. That was our kitty.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the number. We invited our kitty to the office. It was a Portland office, the shop. So he came. He was working as a developer for I forgot the name of the
It
company.
was some kind of downtown
Yeah.
company. In
So
Portland. Pretty
he also
prestigious.
was going through tough times in life. He lost 2 friends, and he needed change. So we were kind of perfect.
It was a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, perfect opportunity to change scenes, to change company. And it didn't look very promising, but he's sharing his thoughts. He's like, those 2 young guys, but we had nice cars. And he was driving something like,
It
I
looks
don't
like
remember what.
it's like an
And I think
SUV,
the
old
nice
SUV,
cars,
Mazda SUV.
yeah,
something
the
like
nice cars that he saw, I think I had the M6 Grand Coupe, and he had the 5 Series.
I'm not sure if I had that car already. Probably
I think you had
the white brand new
so
car. I just got it.
because of the cars. He's like, they're probably into something.
They probably
And
have money. That's
they
what
probably
he
have
thought.
money. They're doing something interesting. Maybe there is an opportunity. So he decided to risk it, and I offered him less than he was making. He was making something like 110,000, and I offered him 100,000. So he accepted the offer, and so he started working on the website. And now he's the CEO of Trend Capital. So a lot of those projects that we had in the past, some of them were not successful, but some of the people that were part of those projects, they became successful later on in some other venues, which is nice. Like,
And then, so, but you have 2 businesses you guys are focused on, and one of them I know, Trend. The other one I never knew until this conversation. What happened with the canvassing company?
we pivoted to something else very early. When we had the product, we built the website. So we started thinking about how we're going to sell it, about distribution models. And one of the distribution models I discovered were wedding photographers, because they usually offer some kind of packages, like album plus prints. So I started reaching out and talking to those photographers and offering them our services. I've met probably a few dozen, and I discovered there is a huge problem on the market with photographers. All of them struggled with clients and managing those clients.
In
So
what
I
way?
got really excited, and we already had a small team, our kitty. So I shared this, and we decided to build a software company, SaaS.
We had manufacturing. We had devs. We had not much marketing, but we had the production side of things and also the management office. So Vitaliy decided to pivot and actually go and build a marketplace for photographers where you can go and instantly book a photographer in any geolocation you want. You're in Hawaii on a vacation, you need a photographer, you go to Picker, and that was the name of the project. Picker, PICR.com. And you can find a photographer, a wedding photographer, you can find a lifestyle photographer, whatever it is, and you can book them instantly. And that's where this Finnick morphed into this new startup.
And it was a good idea. There was nothing like this on the market.
But
But we pivoted from that to something else, which is now Bloom, Bloom.io. But later on, I think in 2 or 3 years, there was a couple startups that started, and they were very well funded, like a marketplaces for photographers.
And they're successful.
They're very successful, yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is right. It's sometimes it's either lack of funding, lack of patience, lack of
Execution.
Because we were bootstrapping
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't know how to raise funds. We were not in Silicon Valley. We didn't know investors. We were not able to raise funds. And bootstrapping is always, limited amount of funds. You can't do much, maybe to a certain extent. But people who raise like 20 million, 30 million, 40 million for seed at a seed stage, they're able to do so much more.
Have you ever
Those.
raised that kind of money?
Never.
Why do you think that is?
Never tried, actually. When I was trying to raise the round for iDouble back in the days, I figured it's easier to make money than to raise money.
Vlad, I've heard you say that a number of times.
I think raising money is a skill, and I don't have that
Something
skill.
that we don't know, because we've never done it.
But it seems like raising money would almost seek out the skill of making it. So I don't know. I feel like there's a disconnect there.
That's something else. That's a completely different game. And a lot of times you need to be there in that hub, in that city where the investors are. Startups are moving to Silicon Valley, to San Francisco, because investors are there. So they get all the connections. They can pitch their startups at different events. That's how they are
At least
able to
it
raise
used
money.
to be like that. Right now, maybe it's a little bit different, but it used to be you should, and a lot of guys from Russia, from Ukraine would move to Silicon Valley for that reason. Because if you're there locally, higher chance of raising money. If you're someone in Ukraine, no chance. So these guys, and there's a lot of successful guys. I think the founder of WhatsApp, he moved, right? He moved to US,
Probably.
and then he grew the company, and then he sold it. Ian, right? Jan.
I know his face. I don't know his name.
Yeah, Jan. I don't remember.
So back in the days when I was trying to raise, I flew to Silicon Valley. I met with investors, and I just couldn't.
Fast forward, we hit COVID. During COVID, it was troubling times, but then you decided to move to Naples, and that's a new chapter. And by the way, I've known you for over 15 years, and you just like to move. You don't like to sit on one spot.
I don't like to settle.
Even when you lived in one city, you'd be moving around
Yeah,
from different
yeah.
houses.
I think in 20 years I've been married. We lived in probably over 30 different homes.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah,
How does your wife feel about that?
she likes it.
That's great.
When I say we're moving, she packs everything in 2 days.
Wow.
And
I know the drill.
my job is to just move stuff and then move to a new house. She's gonna unpack everything overnight.
Because she's done it so many
Yeah.
times.
I would go to sleep. I wake up. Everything is done. All I need is to fold the boxes.
Yeah,
So she's used to this.
Vitaliy, you were in this community for a number of years in Vancouver, and you've been involved in church. A lot of people known you, and you were pretty prominent figure because at some point you were publicly sharing everything you're doing, you're going through on YouTube and so on. So tons of people know you. But since you moved to Naples, a lot of people are asking me personally, like, "Hey, how's Vitaliy? What is he doing? What does he do? Like, can you share about the last 5 years in Naples? What was going on? Have you been involved in business?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, a little bit 4 years and a few months. We moved on August 1st to Naples,
2021?
2021. Yeah.
Okay, what was the last 4 years? What did they bring you? What you've been doing? Have you been just chilling on your yacht? Or what's going on?
I don't have much time to chill, but we moved to Naples with a purpose. The purpose was to preach the gospel
Okay.
to unbelievers, mostly Russian speaking. And for the first 9 months, we didn't meet anyone. We didn't know how to do it. But I had this personal conviction that God sent us there for this reason. That's why we moved, because we were not planning to move to Florida. I had this conviction. I got this conviction a few years prior, Naples. And I thought maybe God is going to move us somewhere else. And I was preparing my wife, maybe Africa, maybe, I don't know, Ukraine or some other country. She didn't like that idea, but she liked Naples.
You also had an idea of jumping on a boat and just traveling on a boat.
Yeah, going around the world. Before the COVID, I already started working with the company to build the boat. It was a steel trawler that can handle that with like
Any weather.
5,000 mile range, any weather, like commercial grade equipment, already placed deposit. So I had different plans before COVID, and COVID changed everything. During COVID, it was lockdown. It was crazy in Washington, nowhere to go. I had 2 teenagers, 4 kids, but 2 teenagers back then. And they were going crazy. Homeschooling, and during the winter, the weather is not permitting them to play outside. So Vlad sent me a link to a Zillow house in Sarasota, some very nice house on the canal.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a nice house, I'm gonna buy it. So I reached out to the realtor. He's like, I already have like 15 offers and you're too late. Listing agent. I'm like, can you take my offer? He's like, I'm not interested. It was craziness. So that
Everyone
house got
wanted
sold.
to move to Florida.
Yeah, because Florida wasn't as locked down.
And I found another house in Cape Coral on the canal. I had a little boat here. So I placed deposit for that house, and I took Vlad and Alex Izotov, and we flew to Cape Coral to check that place. It was a nice house, nothing like super special, but nice house on the canal in this boring city called Cape Coral. So I took my family, I closed and took my family, went there and spent 4.5 months there. Back then I thought this is probably going to last for many years, the lockdown, like this kind of, lifestyle. So I'm going to spend winters in Cape Coral with my kids because they're homeschooling. But during our life in Cape Coral, we discovered Naples and fell in love with Naples. And when we first came to Naples, I felt like this is the city that God calling us to move to. And my wife was on board. She was on the same page. So we changed plans and we decided to move to Naples. Sold house in Cape Coral, sold house in Vancouver, found place in Naples, and in like a half a year, moved to Naples. Then for the first 9 months, we were praying and asking for maybe another family to join us with the same kind of calling. And in 9 months, we've met 2 more families. And since then, everything started kind of unfolding. We started gathering with inviting people, unbelievers. We had a bunch of people at our place. I had a little office there, like open space. A bunch of people were coming. We were doing like a dinners, lunches, plov, stuff like that. I started gathering with men, families on Sunday. And then the first guy gave himself to Christ. He believed. So we baptized him. And this is when I was waiting for this moment, and I kind of felt I had this conviction that as soon as somebody is going to convert, that's going to be the beginning. And that's going to be kind of, like the point that turning point for me. And as soon as that happened, things started unfolding naturally, not something that I really planning.
What do you
But
mean? What exactly are you talking about? Like, you mean more people
like
started joining?
more people, it's not that I had this kind of model that I was just implementing, executing.
Yeah.
It just happened that way. Some people are asking, wow, you guys are you guys did great job. I'm like, we didn't actually try to create something like this. It just happened organically. And I feel like God is moving, and we had many people since then accepted Christ,
Amen.
got baptized, and we had many more in the process. A lot of people are coming. Sometimes we're gathering with men.
And it's all Slavic people, right?
It's all Slavic people. We have like 20 people and believers in the room that come and spend few hours listening. We're reading and preaching, and they have a bunch of questions.
So is it an official church?
Unofficial church?
Is it official?
Underground church. What is official?
I mean, do you have a building?
We have a house dedicated for gatherings. Yes.
So okay.
Yeah.
Have you been ordained?
What is ordination?
Well, somebody prays over you and
To some people,
blesses you for a specific.
to some people, yes. To some people, no. Not like officially. Unofficially, yes. Officially, no. But we're not looking for like official stuff,
So
like
you're
traditional
an
stuff.
unofficial pastor.
Unofficial pastor, yeah.
Okay.
Was this always a desire for you? Was there a corner of your heart that had this?
Growing up, my dad was a pastor. I thought, I don't want to be a pastor. Probably never going to be a pastor. Kind of didn't want to be. And especially when I started going into business, I'm like, this is my thing. I want to be a businessman. I want to be an entrepreneur, but not a pastor.
It's a lot of fun. Why do you think you became a pastor? Is it truly
Because of the calling? I felt like pastor is not truly my like main thing. My main thing, whatever I do, I am an evangelist, preaching the gospel, sharing the gospel with people, teaching them. But pastoring them is my like a secondary. It's probably not my calling, but I'm doing that because I have people that I need to, pastor, that I need to look over.
At what point did it become very clear to you that, hey, I'm a businessman, but I am going to go do this pastor thing? Because I feel like that's a very daunting thing.
There was no such point. Like when I never decided to do that. In the first place, I received this revelation, the calling. The message was that I'm going to send you somewhere to preach the gospel. And I knew that I'm going to become a missionary.
But you didn't know where.
I didn't know where. And when we moved to Naples, and even now, I'm telling to people that I'm not actually a pastor. I'm a missionary. And we're not your regular church that you can attend. We're a team of missionaries.
Oh, interesting.
Like we're on a mission. Everybody's on a mission, and we're all together have this mission to spread the gospel in Naples.
Does it mean that you actually need a pastor or you're looking for one?
We're not looking for a pastor.
Okay. You're good.
Yeah. We're good.
Okay, so right now you're not doing any business. You're just missionary, full-time missionary, basically.
No, I'm really involved into projects too. A few years ago, when we started this missionary in Naples, or mission in Naples, I was looking for different ways of talking to people, making connections. And I had this idea in Vancouver to build a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought coffee shop would be a nice way of meeting people, connecting with people.
True.
Because I knew that I liked to go to a coffee shop that run by Slavic people. We like to go like to Craze Coffee. I knew Kostya, you're coming and he's welcoming you. You can talk in Russian with him. And it was just a pleasant experience. So I thought if I'm going to open a coffee shop in Naples, and I'm going to spread this information to Slavic people, they're going to come to us. And I'm going to make more connections. And maybe some of them are going to be interested in Christ, and I'll be able to share the good news with them. And in addition to that, I've met a couple more guys. One was the Daniel that I've met, the first family that I've met. And second was Alexei, who was also part of the family that I met in the first place after 9 months of prayer. And he came from Ukraine. Basically lost his business there. He was roasting coffee professionally for something like 7 years. He's like expert in coffee. He knows everything about specialty coffee. Just give him time and he's gonna talk nonstop, sharing everything he knows. He's very passionate. So I started talking to the guys. I'm like, maybe there is a chance we can open a coffee shop together. Maybe we can build something. So we started working on a concept. We built the concept of a cafe and then started looking for a place. Couldn't find anything because of two reasons. One, landlords would not let us get the space because we have zero experience. And second, because Starbucks or maybe some other brand would have like a non-compete or exclusivity agreement with the landlord for the coffee. And they would say the maximum amount of coffee you can sell is 2% or 3%, which is, not something that we could sign.
Well, also in a subdivision, someone like Starbucks would get a first priority.
Yeah,
versus
like
a no-name.
exclusivity.
Yeah, but in a new subdivision.
New subdivision too, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get a
And then we
place.
finally found this place, not in the best location. It's a destinational place. And a lot of people say if you want to open a successful coffee shop or cafe, you need to find the best location possible. So we couldn't find the best location possible. So we found something. It was a very old Italian restaurant. We had to scrape everything out and build completely new space. Spent 2x more than we planned to spend.
What did you spend?
Spent over $1 million.
Oh, wow.
So finally opened that location. And in the first place, I was thinking about just one location, one coffee shop or one cafe. But when we opened, my appetite grew. And I'm like, why one? What about a few more? So I started looking for more places. And there's a bunch of development in Naples going on right now. So I found 2 very great developments and I reached out to the developers and I brought them to the cafe. As soon as they saw the concept, whatever we built, they were sold. And now, not me begging them, they begged me. They're like, we want you guys in our development.
Do you think it's the concept that really draws people to this idea, or it's the quality that you build?
Everything. I think everything. The concept, the quality, the product, the whole feel of the space. It feels different than all the other places in Naples. So when people come, they feel that. Sometimes you can't tell the difference, especially people that don't understand design much. They can't appreciate design part, but they still feel, people say, the vibe. they feel the vibe, the product, the service, the people, and everything together. And they feel welcomed and they want to come back. They like the taste, the coffee drinks that we have. A lot of people are saying that we came from New York. We've been at every single coffee shop here. There's no good coffee. And your guys is
The problem is that there's good pastry shops in Portland. There's a multiple of them, but their coffee is going to be lacking. It's not going to be a quality coffee. Or there's really good coffee shops, but you look, they have little box, storage for some pastries, and they look so old and not appetizing, not appetizing. So
yeah.
but you also have, aside from pastries and coffee, it's also a real legit lunch spot where you can get sandwiches.
It's a breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, it's a brunch. It's a brunch spot. So it's 3-in-1. This concept,
And it's not something we're buying. A lot of coffee shops, they're buying like ready to sell stuff, like sandwiches or frozen croissants. We're making everything from scratch.
Wow.
It's not an easy thing to do.
and it's expensive.
It's expensive, yeah. But we decided to take this route to kind of, maybe for the future, for our competitors, it's going to be hard to compete with us because of this. If we're going to make this work, if we're going to make this model work, there's still risk. Huh?
Yeah, speaking of if.
Yeah, if.
So you don't think it's a working model yet? There's a lot of optimizations.
We didn't prove it yet, number-wise. We're getting there. And I think the numbers are very promising.
Can you speak about numbers?
I think this number, revenue-wise, is this month, revenue-wise, we're going to be close to 100K.
Okay.
So I think with this location, after a year, we're going to see numbers like low season 120K, high season maybe 180K a month.
Okay. Profit expected?
Yeah, I think with this location is not much, but 10-15% is what I'm expecting.
So you want to do 2 more and try to optimize everything and see if you can do roast for all 3 locations and things like that.
My plans are to move some of the stuff, like a pastry prep, from this location to another place. I got the land, 1 acre in South Naples, where I'm planning to build a facility where we're gonna do like a pastry cold prep, or we're gonna do roastery, and from there, everything is gonna be distributed to the locations. Then it's gonna be much more efficient.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be much more stable and much more profitable.
Yeah, you're not going to need the kitchen for each location, so that frees up a lot of
Still
options.
gonna need the kitchen, still gonna need a little bakery. It's just the problem is right now, a lot of people need to work at night. We're paying overtime, and it's not as efficient. In the same kitchen, the kitchen is split, like the room is split into half. One half is kitchen, one half is basically a bakery. And ideally, we need to have like 3 different rooms: kitchen, bakery, and pastry prep. And now everything is happening in the same room, so it's not efficient. But eventually, probably like in a year and a half, maybe in 2 years, I believe it's going to be much more efficient, much more stable. And now we're not selling anything we have left over next day. Everything goes not to the garbage.
You mean you sell out everything?
Not always.
Not always. So there's
Not always.
leftovers.
Yeah, because we're prepping more during the day, more and more. It takes time to prep the croissant. So first you need to bake, then A lot of times we sell not the butter croissant, but like a pistachio croissant or chocolate or vanilla croissant in different shapes. We have 3 different shapes for croissant: regular croissants, cube croissants, and round croissants. So different people like different croissants, and they actually taste different texture. I personally like cube croissants the most. They're very nice, especially like pistachio cube croissant. Those are my favorite, with flat white or with tea.
I've been
everything-
at the coffee shop 3 weeks ago, and I can say that it was probably the best croissants I've had. I haven't had the cubes and round ones before, so for me it was like, wow,
It's a new experience.
it's something new, and they do taste different. They're more crunchy, and they're really good. I want them here.
Yeah, we make like sandwiches and croissants, and everything is fresh. When you go to other places and when they're using like 2-3 day old croissants, you can taste that,
Yeah,
and that makes a huge difference. For example, we went to have a breakfast yesterday to this place at the waterfront. I used to go there, and it used to be fine, but now after 3 months of 316 cafe, it's hard. Like I've tried that sandwich croissant. I couldn't eat. I was hungry, but after 2 bites, I
You
couldn't
lost
finish
your
it.
appetite.
Yeah. Same with drinks. For example, for different types of coffee drinks, we have different sizes. Let's say flat white. Usually you go to a specialty coffee shop a lot of times and you say, can I have flat white? And they're like, what size? They have different sizes for flat white. 8 ounce, 12 ounce, 16 ounce. Some have like 20 ounce flat white. So there's no difference between flat white and latte. But flat white usually comes in an 8 ounce cup. Always.
Holy.
That's the size for flat white.
Right.
You know, it's like 1/3 espresso, 2/3 milk, steamed with 15% foam, not more than 15%. That's flat white. Or cortado, similar to flat white, but less milk. It's 1-to-1. Double shot espresso and the same amount of milk, also 15% foam. Or
That's what I
cappuccino.
like.
Yeah, cappuccino is a 12 ounce cup. A latte is 16 or 14 ounce cup. So we're working to kind of find ideal cups for each drink. For teas, cold teas get these cups, hot teas get this cup. Every tea is steamed with the right temperature, right timing. It's all leaves that we're using. You know, we're like paying attention to every single detail.
And
Everything.
also how you serve people,
Yeah.
how you take an order, so
Yeah.
you're elevating that experience.
Everything, yeah. We're trying to be best at everything in all 3 venues that we have. We have drinks. Main is coffee drinks, teas, matcha, and for now we have orange juice. Then we have pastries, and then we have savory stuff, breakfast and lunch. So presentation-wise, like how we serve, how it looks, it needs to be appetizing, almost like a Michelin star restaurant. So for now, I'm like really care about how it looks and then how it tastes. First is the look. Second is the taste. But taste still needs to be up there. You know, it should be a great tasting product. But a lot of times when you see something first with your eyes and it doesn't look appetizing, that already like a 50% kill. You're not going to enjoy it as much. But when you see and it's appetizing, it looks great. You know, that's already like we won you 50%. And then when you try and it also tastes good.
Sounds like you're doing business, specifically this one, where the Bible verse says, "Do everything just like you do for the Lord."
Yeah.
So what it means, you're doing business. Imagine for a king, like if the president would come to your shop, how hard you're gonna try to serve him well, to make sure he's happy, and that's your goal, and you're doing that in a coffee shop, basically doing what the Bible says, and actually ministering to people that way, right?
Yeah.
So
A lot of things we do is going to be hard to scale. Um, I'm not sure how we're going to scale some of the stuff, but I'm still doing those things.
But you want to scale.
Yeah, I want to scale.
Is it going to be a chain or
I don't know
franchise?
yet. Probably not the franchise model. Maybe a chain, but for now, a few locations in Naples area. We're going to run it for a few years and then we'll see.
It seems like if you have so many things, it's like 3 businesses in one location. You need multiple locations to be profitable.
Most
For a
likely.
bakery alone, one bakery can only serve X amount of people.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, so I believe that once you open the 2 locations, that's when that optimization and net profit will come in. But right now, if you're able to run it at net
Break even.
yeah, break even point, and just optimize certain things, learn, because this business is new for you.
Yeah.
Even though the guy ran a coffee shop, this is a restaurant.
Yeah.
You're running a restaurant.
Yeah, this is more a restaurant than the coffee shop.
Okay. And you said you spent $1 million to get to this point, or
More than
much
a million,
more?
yeah.
It's probably
$1.5 million.
$1.5 million.
Yeah.
Because you got this space almost 2 years ago.
We signed the contract a little bit more than 2 years ago.
What's the monthly rent on that?
Not expensive, about $5,000.
$5,000.
Can we talk about the name?
Sure.
316?
Yeah.
John 316?
Yep.
Would you say that every person you serve, you're basically trying to do it in the name of God and spread the gospel through 316?
Yes, that's the mission.
Do people ask why it's called 316?
Many of them. And that was the idea. The idea that we're not going to do anything else besides the name. And my hypothesis was that people are going to ask. And even before the lunch, a lot of times when we're sharing the idea of 316, and people were asking, like, why 316? I get one 360, but not 316. So that's your opportunity to answer the question.
Yeah.
And to share the gospel, maybe in a few sentences. And I printed those round, like not stickers, but around like a paper. On one side, it says why 316, and on the other side, like 10 sentences explaining why 316 and also John 316 text. And we just put like 100 of them, and they were gone in a few weeks.
Wow.
Because people picking them up. That's an opportunity, right? Maybe it's going to, I don't know, touch some of the people. We already had many opportunities when people asked, and we spent more time with them, like 5, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, answering questions and sharing the gospel. I think 2 couples or 3 couples already came to our gathering in 3 months.
You should maybe write. I use the, how do you call these? These
The coasters?
coasters. Yeah, the coasters. The paper coasters.
Yeah.
And have something on the back of them so people pick them up. It's a good idea, no?
Maybe.
There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but also keeping it low key,
Yeah.
where it's not too on the nose, too in your face. It's very quiet, but it also just speaks so loudly. It's very beautiful. It's
That's
a
the
very good
idea.
name.
I like it.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
because we were exploring the ideas like Chick-fil-A does. You know, they would put
Within the
text
cup.
somewhere at the bottom. So we decided not to do anything like that.
What's the chance we're gonna have one 316 here in Vancouver? Because everyone is asking.
There is a chance.
Good chance.
There's a chance, good chance, yeah. But I need probably a year or two.
Let's open
before-
GoFundMe.
Not because of the money.
Okay.
I don't think money would be an issue. I think if I would ask a few guys, I would raise the money needed for this location. I think the main problem, the main struggle for now is the resources, like human resources. I need to build a strong team and the brand before I'm gonna go to other locations, to other cities. The model.
I think it's very possible. We can even send people from here for a month or two to train and just be there in those locations.
We're still learning.
You're still learning.
I need 1 year to say that we tested the model, it's working, everything is polished, and now we can teach other teams to run these locations because we're still in a learning curve. We're still changing some of the things. We're still adding some of the things. So we're still in the process of creating. Even though we're working already, serving, we're still creating.
Have you tried to hire a consultant in the hospitality space?
We had a few consultants.
Yeah, people in the restaurant space
Yeah.
that really can help you increase that average check, increase.
Yes and no. We had a local guy, who opened many of the locations. But it feels like after 3 months, we already have more experience than the guy
Wow.
who is like 20 years in the industry. Because he was doing stuff like inside of the box. And we're trying, standard. A lot of people are saying that's not going to work. And they're not even trying. And because we're not from the industry, we don't know if that's going to work or not. We're trying things outside of the box. So we're trying to do things differently because we don't like them the way they are right now. We're trying to reinvent some of the things, And that's why this model is different. It feels different. And when people are coming there, like they feel that this is something else.
I think what I felt when I was there is like you're getting more than average, than typically. You're getting more value or benefit in exchange for the money that you're giving. You know what I mean? So it felt like you're gaining here. A lot of times you go to a restaurant, you pay a lot of money, but then you don't get the service, you don't get the quality, you don't get the experience, atmosphere, all these things. But here it seems like, okay, it's worth coming here. And I believe you're going to have a lot of people coming back all the time because they really believe in what you're doing.
I don't know the industry standards, but for example, after third months, we had half of the people are returning and half of the people were new. It's exactly 50-50.
How do you know that? Oh,
I can check that in the system. Like we were using Square, and Square has the dashboards, different metrics. So I can see.
Is it based on the card that they used? Okay, that's interesting.
So half of the people were, already repeating guests. And I asked ChatGPT, what's typical number for a cafe on the third month? And
Especially destinational.
Yeah. ChatGPT said that typically you have like 15-20% returning on the third month.
So think about it.
So if our numbers are good.
Yeah, if the location is in a place where people are either close by, they work there, they pass by it, that makes sense. You're going to have a lot of the repeated customers. But if it's a destinational, you have to really like the place to come back, right? Otherwise, you're going to go try something new, or go by, because, for example, our studio is here and we have Honeycomb next door. I go there a lot because of because it's convenient. So it's huge. It sounds like it's a sign of success, even though it's
we have few of those metrics that gives us hope. You know, they're like very good. We're not there yet. We still struggle with a lot of things, especially in the production side of the business. But even then, when we know that the product is not there yet, for example, we're not happy with croissants, but people say this is the best croissant I've ever had, and we're not happy with the product.
There's lots of room
Like
to improve.
I want more. I want better. I see that they're not up to my standards, and I want to be there, but they're here right now, for example, right? It's already better than, I don't know, most of the places or all places in Southwest Florida. Or, for example, like marketing, social media. I know that we can do so much better.
Yeah.
But I asked somebody recently, I think my son, do you know any other place in Naples, cafe or restaurant or somebody who is doing social media marketing better than us? There's no one. But we're just starting, you know? This is just the start. This is something basic.
Have you heard of Croffle Crew?
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing social media very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had few viral reels.
Few viral, but just the way they documented the journey from start to finish.
Yeah.
We've chatted. We'll probably have them on the show, but I would just set up a call, see if there's anything, any sort of collaboration. You can help them with something, they can help you. But they do social media really well, really well. They sell out of their pastries every day. I check on Instagram on their stories. It's like 8 p.m. They sell out. They go from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
It's not a morning coffee shop. I'm going to stop by to get coffee on the way. It's a place for Slavics, to hang out after church. You're not going to go to a bar. You go to Croffle Crew, right? But they sell out every day. So I feel like, there's something they're definitely doing right there on the social media side of the business.
Yeah.
It's also a new product, and it's interesting. It's different from everything else.
I mean, I've never heard of a square croissant.
They exist.
No, well,
It's not common, but this Croffle idea of a croissant in a waffle type of a croissant is fairly new, at least for me. I don't know. What about you?
I still haven't had one because they sell out every time I'm able to go. So,
Wow.
yeah. I live in Happy Valley. I live very close to them.
Yeah.
So.
We sell out too, especially during Saturday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we got some like 1-star reviews because we were, there was nothing, They came at 2:00 and nothing were available. No croissants.
I guess in a way that's the best type of 1-star review
Maybe
to
you
get.
should just post on your social media, sold out. People can go and check. And that's
Not
actually,
everybody's following, but yeah.
but
Have them follow and tell them, hey,
Tell them to.
make sure you follow us because last time we sold out and I would hate for you to come all this way. It's a destination and we're sold out. And then followers start to go up.
Yeah.
that's actually a good idea, because with Honeycomb, I came, I'm like, how come you guys don't have croissants? And they told me they only do croissants on certain days. And you need to check our social media to know when. So when they make a few certain pastries every day, and they change them up. So you go on your social media and you see what pastries they have today. Before you even go there, you already know. And then they have the standard menu, which the standard items like the cheesecake and things like that. But the fresh today's fresh pastry, that's where you check social media, and that's really good for the account. People go in there all the time.
Yeah.
So improves the
We have about same following as them.
Nice.
Yeah, we gain a lot of followers, but we don't have anything viral with hundreds of thousands. But we have like a 15, 20, 25K view stories.
Nice.
Well, we're gonna be wrapping this up.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is a fun journey. I know you're doing this not for the profit's sake. It's more of a lifestyle business, and but those kind of businesses, they do really well. When people don't chase profits, they chase some other goals behind the business. And I know one of the goals for you is also providing jobs for your community that you take care of, and that's very honorable. That's awesome, and it's good to see a talent and say, hey, let's partner on this. You can be really great at this or that. And I know that's another reason why you did the coffee shop. So good for you. And I'm excited to see the other 2 locations and this trio to actually make the business viable, make it very profitable. Because business has to be profitable.
It has to be profitable.
It has to.
Yeah. Profit is not first, but without being profitable, we're not going to be able to thrive. So we need to be profitable.
Well,
There's no other way.
let's do another episode very soon. We missed a lot of the.
Yeah, we skipped a lot of years.
We skipped a lot of years. We skipped a lot of companies and experiences, and I think it's just more of an kind of like summarized version of Vitaly's journey. But I think we should start digging deeper into figuring things out, what he learned from companies that were a flop and companies that were a success. And lately, we've been learning, I'll just share from my side, is being his partner for 15 years or 12 or whatever it is, 12 years. It seems like we've been making a lot of mistakes, making a lot of investments that didn't go anywhere. But lately, we're seeing the results. Now, either we learned on our mistakes or God is blessing us on another level, but more and more startups that we invested in are doing much, much better. So I believe the next 5-10 years are going to be a completely next level of businesses. So
we'll see. Definitely.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Bright future.
Vitaly.
Yeah. Thanks for doing
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to chat with you both.